Mag-umpisa tayo. Ang tatalakayin natin ngayon ay Drug Awareness Program. So, ayan. What are drugs? Drugs are chemicals and substances that affect both your mind and your body. The prolonged use of drugs may lead to physical and psychological dependence. An overdose of any drugs may lead to death. Yan. Lahat ng drugs ay nakakaapekto sa ating utak. Lalo na pagka nasobrahan tayo. Minsan hindi lang sa utak ang epekto niyan. Ito ay pwede rin maging epekto ng pagkasawi ng ating buhay. Why do teens try drugs? Bakit nga ba? To feel older? To feel cool, yan. Maraming ganyan. Lalo na sa social media. To feel different. Naiiba siya sa lahat ng tao. Yan. Peer pressure, media, yan. Friends, family, yan. Yung mga kaibigan na bad influence, yung mga ganyan. To relieve stress or relax. Boredom. Celebrations, yan. Sa mga birthday party, madalas yan. Hindi mawawalan yan sa mga club, yan. Past emotional and physical traumas, yan. Risk factors ng paggamit ng drugs. Friends who use drugs. Absence of healthy recreational or leisure interest. Early antisocial behavior. Ayan. Parental drug use. Academic failure, later commitment to school, favorable attitude towards drugs, prenatal pressure to alcohol, family management problems, yeah. Poorly defined rules, lack of monitoring, excessive discipline, negative communication patterns, yung parang nabubulol-bulol, yan. Poor anger management, yung mga mabilis mainis, yung mga maiiritin ng ulo. Yan. Types of drugs. Ito, stimulants. What do they do? Speed up the brain and central nervous system. Depressants. What do they do? Slow down your brain and central nervous system. Hallucinogens. What do they do? These drugs are alter the user's state of consciousness. Ayan, yung kung ano-ano na yung nakikita. Ayan, itong stimulants, sa example ay caffeine. Yan, yung mga nasa coffee, energy drinks, yung mga tsaa. Yan, yung katulad ng yung energy drinks, yung Cobra. Ayan, ito pa isa, nicotine sa mga cigarettes. Ayan, sa mga sigarilyo. Yan, mataas ang nicotine content. Amphetamines, meth or ecstasy. Ayan yung yung mga party drugs. Ayan, ecstasy. Speed, bath salts, ayan yung dito sa atin. Sa Pilipinas, yung meron sa atin. Cocaine and crack. Tapos diet pills. Ayan. Ito naman sa depressants, yung alcohol. Ayan, kunyari mga beer, wine, vodka, tequila, gin, etc. Marami yan. Heroin. Ayan. Tranquilizers. Sleeping pills and marijuana. Ayan. Yung mga parang yung nakaka-high. Yung parang lumilipad, yung mga ganon. Ito naman sa hallucinogens. Example, LSD, ecstasy, magic mushrooms, peyote, di ko alam yung kung ano to. Tapos PCP, yan. Yung makakakita ka ng kung ano-ano, mga matutuling ka, ganyan. Next, alcohol. Alcohol is a central nervous system depressant. Alcohol goes directly from your digestive system into your bloodstream and within minute it spread to the entire body. The brain gets the highest concentration because it gets more blood than any other part of the body. In low doses causes a relaxing effect. Yan. Reduce tension, lower inhibitions, lower inhibition, ano? Hindi ko alam. Lower inhibitions, impaired concentration, slower reflexes, impaired reaction time, reduced coordination. Yan. In medium doses cases, slurred speech, drowsiness, altered emotions. Ayan. Diyan na yung makikita yung medyo nabubulol-bulol na. Yung nakita mo medyo inaantok na. Yung nakapikit na, tumatagay pa. Yung ganyan. Tapos, in high doses causes, vomiting. Ayan, nagsusuka na. Yung breathing difficulties. Yung hindi na makahinga sa sobrang dami ng nainom. Ayan, unconsciousness. Yung talagang pikit na talaga. Pwede yung mag-lead sa coma. Merong mga ganyan. Yung uminom lang ng sobrang dami, hindi na nagising, ayun, namatay. Next, alcohol's effects on the body, central nervous system, altered speech. Ayan, sabi ko na kanina, bulol-bulol. Hazy thinking, slowed reaction time, yung parang naglalag, delay sa buhay. Ayan, dull hearing, medyo mapingi na. Yung impaired vision, ayan, malabo yung mata, hindi na makita kung ano yung binabasa. Ayan, weakened muscles, and foggy memory. Ayan. Next, alcohol effects on the body, sa liver natin. Ayan, sa atay. Long term, excessive drinking can cause fatty liver disease. The earliest state of alcohol-related liver disease, it is the build-up of extra fat in liver cells. Almost all heavy drinkers have fatty liver disease. However, if they stop drinking, fatty liver disease will usually go away. Excuse me. Symptoms, if any, include fatigue, weaknesses, and weight loss. Long-term excessive drinking can cause alcoholic hepatitis. Yan, yung parang naninilaw na. Cause the liver to swell and become damaged. Up to 35% of heavy drinkers develop alcoholic hepatitis. Alcoholic hepatitis can be mild or severe. If it is mild, liver damage may be liver damage may be reversed. If it is severe, it may occur suddenly and quickly lead to serious complications, including liver and failure and death. Symptoms include loss of appetite, vomiting, and abdominal pain. Alcohol effects on the body. Ayan. Yun pa din. Sa atay pa din, alcoholic cirrhosis. Alcoholic cirrhosis is the scarring of the liver. Hard scar tissue replaces soft and healthy tissue. It is the most serious type of alcohol-related disease. Between 10 and 20% of heavy drinkers develop cirrhosis. The damage from cirrhosis cannot be reversed and can cause liver failure. Not drinking alcohol can help prevent further damage. Ayan. Nakikita nyo, ayan o. Healthy liver, fatty liver, tas yung may sakit na, ayan. Next. Kidneys. Ang epekto ng alak sa ating kidney impairs their ability to regulate the volume and composition of fluid and electrolytes in the body. Sa puso naman, chronic heavy alcohol use increase the risk of heart disease. Pagka lagi kang inom ng inom, yan, pwede ka atakehin sa puso. Yan. Alcohol can also worsen high blood pressure and diabetes. Two risk factors for heart disease. Yan. Sa paglabis na pag-inom, yan, lalaki ang puso mo. At maglilid ito sa heart attack. Yan. Next. Drinking and driving. Not only does alcohol damage your body, it can cause you to murder or seriously hurt someone with vehicle. Yan, yung mga mahilig uminom, tapos magdadrive pa uwi. Ayan. Fact, an estimated 32% of fatal car crashes involve an intoxicated driver or pedestrian. Drinking alcohol and driving simply do not go together. Yan. Kasi pagka nakainom ka na, tas nag-drive ka pa, pwedeng ikaw ang madisgrasya o ikaw ang madisgrasya at makadisgrasya ka. Lalo na pagka, kunyari, yung may naglalakad ng, tas nasempla ka mag-isa, nadamay mo, di ba? Mahirap na. Driving while intoxicated is a crime. If you are intoxicated, you will face substantial fine and mandatory surcharge, license revocation, higher insurance premium, and possible incarceration. Also, you also won't be eligible to receive federal students aid for college. Yan, lalo na pagka yung minor ka pa. Nicotine and tobacco. Yan. Tobacco and nicotine can be addictive like alcohol, cocaine, and morphine. Cause tobacco is plant grown for its leaves, which are smoked, chewed, or sniffed for a variety or effects. Tobacco contains chemical called nicotine. Nicotine is addictive substance. Maraming nagsasabi na ang nicotine ay mas addictive pa kaysa sa drugs. Bakit? Napakahirap umalis o tumigil sa paninigarilyo dahil ang nicotine ay mas nakaka-addict kaysa sa kung anumang drugs. Kasi ang drugs, pag nirehabilitate ka, pwedeng mawala. Diba? Tobacco also contains more than 19 known chemicals that can cause cancer. As a group, these are called tar. Ayun yung tar na yan, alam ko yung tar na yan, yung nilalagay sa asfalto, yung kulay itim. Kaya nangingitim yung baga ng smoker. More than 40,000 other chemicals can be found in tobacco. Ayan o. Candle wax, pintura, citric acid, methane gas. Yan, yung nilalagay sa battery. Industrial solvent, yung mga pinandidikit ng tubo. Carbon monoxide. Ayan, napakadami. Ito ang pinaka nakakatakot dyan, yung ammonia. Yung mga nilalagay sa mga detergent, yung mga nilalagay sa Downy. Ayan. Nicotine. Nilalagay din dyan. Next. Nicotine and tobacco medical consequences. Smoking causes disease and death. People who smoke don't have to wait for tobacco use to damage their health. There are more than 70,000 chemicals and chemical compounds in cigarette smoke, many of which are toxic. These chemicals can cause immediate damage to the human body. Even young adults under age 30 who started smoking in their teens and early 20s can develop smoking-related health problems such as early cardiovascular disease. Yan, yung hirap huminga. Smaller lungs than don't function normally. Lumiliit na yung lungs mo dahil sa kakasigarilyo mo. Wheezing that can lead to a diagnosis of asthma. Yan, hirap huminga. DNA damage that can cause cancer almost anywhere in the body. On average, lifelong smoker gets sicker and die younger than non-smoker. These smokers dies average of 13 years sooner. Ayan. Nicotine and tobacco, medical consequences. Ayan o. Kung makikita nyo, ayan. Tingnan nyo yung healthy lungs sa smoker lungs. Ayan, lumiliit, naluluto, nangingitim. Ayan. Pwede rin to, lalo na yung pagka nag-i-smoke ka ng buntis ka. Ayan, smoking when pregnant harms your baby. Ayan. Next. Nicotine and tobacco quitting. Why is it so hard to quit? Tobacco users often get hooked on nicotine, the drug in cigarettes, cigar, and smokeless tobacco. Yan, yung mga nginunguya. Yung inangatan nila yung sigarilyo, nakakita na ako niyan dati. Nilalagay sa nganga. Tapos ngangatain nila. Ayan. Many teens and young adults plan to quit using tobacco after a few years but find out too late how powerfully addictive nicotine can be like. Like heroin and cocaine, nicotine acts on the brain and creates feelings of pleasure or satisfaction. Dahil nga yan sa nicotine. Dahil ang nicotine ang nagbibigay sa'yo ng satisfaction pagka take ka ng cigarettes. Yan. Young brains are still developing. That may be on one reason many teens feel dependent on tobacco after using it for only a short time. Quitting in cigarettes. Quitting isn't easy but can be done better yet don't start. Yan, maraming nagsasabi niya na kung na mahirap huminto sa paninigarilyo kaya wag mo nang subukan. Yan. Marijuana. Yan. Marijuana. Marijuana is a brown mix of dried flowers, stems, seeds, and leaves from the hemp plant Cannabis sativa. The main active chemical is THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, which moves quickly through the bloodstream to the brain and other organs through the body. Yan. Short-term effects: poor memory and ability to learn, difficulty of thinking and solving problems kasi nga high ka, sabog ka, poor muscle coordination and judgment, short attention span, dangerous driving behavior, yan, alternative sense of time and space, food cravings, yan, poor memory, anxiety or feeling of paranoia. Long-term effects: breathing problems, parang sa sigarilyo. Immune system: the THC in marijuana can damage the cells and tissue in the body that help protect against disease. Memory, learning, and energy are impaired. Birth defects in unborn children may cause cancer with heavy use, like lung cancer, yung mga ganyan. Ayan, bath salt. Bath salt is a synthetic stimulant, typically in form of a white or brown crystalline powder that contains one or more chemicals that are physically similar to amphetamines and drug is new and some of the contents unknown using bath salts in any way is highly dangerous. Yan. The risk, extreme agitation, hallucinations and delusion. Yan, yung, di ba, pagka nakakakita tayo ng ini-interview, akala nila, yung nakikita nila, multo, ganyan, o kaya aatakihin sila, sasaktan sila. Ayan. Chest pain, suicidal thoughts, high blood pressure, acute toxicity, hyperthermia, delirium, yan, yung nagde-delirium na. Violent behavior, foaming at the mouth, extreme paranoia, Parkinson type lip twitching, severe insomnia, yan, yung hindi makatulog, yung talagang gising magdamag. Yan. Methamphetamine is powerful addictive stimulant that is both long-lasting and toxic to the brain. Its chemistry is similar to speed, but meth has far more dangerous effects on psychological or physical dependence. Yan. Short-term effects, rapid, irregular heartbeat. Yung bibisik tibok ng puso mo. Increased blood pressure, elevated body temperatures, reduced motor skills, impaired verbal skills, hallucinations, convulsions and seizures. Ayan, yung mga nangangatog na. Panic and psychosis. Ayan, panic and psychosis, yung tamang hinala. Akala nila yung para silang lagi sasaktan, yung may nangyayari sa paligid. Ayan. Death from stroke, heart attack, or organ failure due to overheating, kasi nagiging hyper sila. Kaya yan nangyayari. Yung long-term effects is extreme weight loss, yung parang di na kumakain. Dental problems, yan. Sore and scabs on your skin and face. Anxiety and violence. Paranoia, hallucination, and delusions. Sensation of insects crawling under the skin. Yung kala nila laging may gumagapang na kung ano-ano sa kanila, yan. Extreme tooth decay, naagnas ng ngipin. Depression, damage to the brain, similar to Alzheimer's disease. Nakakalimot na, yung lagi na ng tulala, kala mo napapraning na lagi, yeah. Stroke and epilepsy, phases of meth, ayan, yung mga naka-take na ng meth, ayan, oh, matino sila, tas ayan na, parang nabubulok, so sobrang kaadikan, yan. Heroin is highly addictive drug. Overdose is real and deadly risk. Heroin is an opiate, a class of drugs that are either naturally derived from the flowers of the poppy plant or synthetic substitute. In the case of heroin, it's produced from morphine, a naturally occurring substance that comes from the seed pod of poppy plants. It carries a strong risk of addiction and physical dependence. Heroin is abused by injecting, snorting, or smoking it. And all three can cause the same level of addiction as well. A serious health problems, target and stimulant brain's natural reward system. Yan. Yung short-term effect ng pag-take nito is suppressed breathing, nausea and vomiting, blood clots can form and travel to the lungs, liver, heart, or brain, which is instantly fatal. Yung nagbabara-bara na. Yung mga ugat-ugat din sa mga katawan natin, sa mga organ natin. Addiction and physical dependency in a short amount of time. Long-term effects, infections of the heart lining and valves, liver disease, lung disease, hepatitis, and HIV/AIDS from needle use. Dahil paulit-ulit na yung pagpasa-pasa na nung karayom na tinutusok, di natin alam, may ibang sakit din pala yung gumagamit. Okay, the bottom line, it's a fast high, but just as quickly, it can take over your life and be fatal. Heroin can opiate addictions and treatable, but the path of to recovery requires a commitment that can often last years or even decades. Yan. Cocaine. Cocaine is highly addictive drug that can be risky if even the first time you see it. It is a hydrochloride salt derived from processed extract of the leaves of the coca plant. Overstimulates the brain's natural reward system, causing it to be highly addictive drug. Yan. Short-term effects: increased heart rate, increased blood pressure, increased body temperature, seizures, cardiac arrest, and death. Irritability. Ayan. Yung madali mairita. Ayan. Paranoid psychosis. Scab to form on your mucous membranes. Damage to nasal septum dahil nga sinisinghot yan. Nadadamage na yung ilong mo, nagkakasugat na. Eventually make your nose collapse, depression, agitation, and mania. Yan. Using cocaine even once is dangerous, and the more you can use it, the worse the effects are on your brain and heart. Cocaine-related deaths are often caused by cardiac arrest or seizures, followed by respiratory failures. Ayan. Ayan. Ito ang mga celebrity, kilalang celebrity na namatay dahil sa drugs. Ayan. Titignan nyo. Ayan, kilala natin yan. Whitney Houston at si Michael Jackson dahil sa paggamit ng drugs. Is it worth the risk? Trying a drug might cost you much more than you bargained for. It is worth the risk. Do you want to do this to yourself? Ayan. Kaya bago ka magdesisyon na gawin mo to, pag-isipan mong mabuti dahil hindi ito madali at hindi maganda ang idudulot nito sa'yo. Yan. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Hanggang sa muli.